From Tatooine to Mustafa, the best of the Outer Rim, it's the one and only Star Bazaar, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Star Bazaar. It's been a good week since our last Battlefront 2 update, but man, I think the wait was pretty well worth it. The final update of 2018 is coming tomorrow, and for an update that originally wasn't even going to happen this month, it's actually pretty good. In today's video, we are breaking down the patch notes, going over everything we can expect to see when it drops tomorrow, December 12th. Let's check it out. First things first, Obi-Wan Kenobi is completing his Clone Wars look with his iconic General Kenobi appearance, the way we see him in most episodes of the Clone Wars animated show. This skin is dropping with the update at an epic value, meaning you can purchase it for either 40,000 credits or 1,000 crystals. You're seeing the official render of it now, and I gotta say, once it's here, I think it will probably be the skin I use on Obi-Wan the most. Obi-Wan is also seeing a lot of gameplay improvements, and I'll go over all the major specific changes in just a minute, but the notes mention that his dodges, staggers, and defeat animations have all been improved, and some tweaks have been done to his jump attacks and ground attacks. A lot of changes that won't be visible to us are also coming into play to make Obi-Wan a far smoother hero than he currently feels. More on him and the other lightsaber heroes in just a moment though. Geonosis is getting some nice visual adjustments to the opening and ending cinematics, with some texture changes and additional blaster marks on the factory doors. Plus, the ATTE is also seeing some animation adjustments. Blast is having the squad system fully implemented into the mode, which was expected after they reduced the player count a few updates back. But on top of that, they are reducing the spawn timer from 10 seconds to 5 to maintain the fast-paced playstyle that Blast is supposed to have. All of this was based around player feedback, so that's cool to hear that they've made these changes. Other than the specific hero changes we'll be going over in a bit, the patch notes round off with a glimpse into the future and a sneak peek of some awesome content features coming in early 2019. We asked for all of this, and the fact it's coming soon gives me such high hopes for next year. But the first thing we are being teased with are lightsaber combat improvements. That's right, the lightsaber combat revamp we have been waiting for has been confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, and the team at DICE is hoping to release it in early 2019, just in time for both Anakin and Dooku. Apparently, new changes are being prototyped, including how attacking lightsaber heroes will no longer stagger backwards when striking a block. This is one of the things that have made saber combat such a clunky experience, so if we are getting combat looking something like what is seen in the trailers, I'm all for it. Another change coming is that when a saber hero has no stamina left, they cannot attack, which makes so much sense. It will really make saber combat more of a thinking game instead of a match to see who can hit the trigger faster. Some of the changes are actually being rolled out in tomorrow's update, where we are seeing a brand new user interface for lightsaber heroes, where you can more clearly understand how much stamina you have left and how many dodges you have available. Finally, we are getting some kind of indicator for dodges, and I do believe this will be for all troops and classes. It will be integrated with the player's health bar, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it works and what it looks like tomorrow. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it's a little strange running around the Battlefront seeing a bunch of armored clones and then some random officers without any armor at all. Well, feast your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, because an armored officer skin is confirmed and is coming in early 2019. The Navy officer is coming as a free default appearance for the clone officer, meaning you won't have to spend any credits on it at all. DICE really listened on this one, and I know the community has been very vocal about wanting these guys in the game. Now we know they're going to be free? DICE, you are really outdoing yourselves with this news. Also confirmed to be coming next month in January are changes to the 41st, 91st, 104th, and 327th Clone Trooper skins to make them more like the way we see them in the canon. A community transmission on this is still in the works, and once we get our hands on that, expect a whole other video going over just those clone changes, because that one has been a while in the making. The last little tease we are getting are edits to emotes, and specifically the inclusion of an emote wheel, where with the press of a single button you can select an emote from a wheel of 8 possible options in-game. As of now, we can only have 2 emotes equipped at any time, but with the addition of this wheel, we can have 8, and probably end up having full-blown conversations on the Battlefront just with emotes. The team at DICE is also looking into a secondary wheel for tactical emotes, ones that focus more on gameplay, where the troop would say things such as "cover me" or "defend here." That is such a good idea and would really improve communication on the Battlefront between players. All of this is so cool and a great glimpse at what's coming early 2019. Keep in mind, guys, this isn't stuff that's projected for summer or anything like that. We could very well be seeing a lot of this next month in January. But with that, let's go over some of these specific changes to heroes and quality of life changes coming with the December update. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Man, he needed some help after launch. He seemed like a hero that was just almost there, basically done, but didn't have all the kinks and edges smoothed out. This update should make him feel more complete with these fixes. His all-out push had some problems where it wouldn't damage enemies in the outer part of the ability zone when fully charged, and this has now been fixed, as well as an issue where the UI lines of the ability wouldn't show up sometimes when it didn't charge. Also, the push has been moved to the left ability slot, and defensive rush has been moved to the right to maintain consistency with other heroes like Rey and Luke. Players can now also cancel out of defensive rush by dodging, which is such a nice change and one I've personally found myself needing a couple of times, and lightsabers can now no longer damage Obi-Wan from the front while he is using the rush. Also, a couple of his emotes had their voice lines swapped in-game, and this has been fixed too. All of this, plus the changes to his overall animations, should make Obi-Wan a much stronger hero than before, and I'm really excited to try him out with his new appearance. General Grievous is getting back double damage from attacks from behind. Turns out it was a glitch or a bug that stopped that, and I'm personally really happy to hear it's back. I know some people thought Grievous was really OP with that ability, but it's honestly what sets him apart, and I think is very fitting for his character. He will no longer get stuck in that weird gimpy shock animation that happens from shock grenades sometimes, and an issue has also been fixed where he would deal unrelenting advanced damage by blocking. Nothing in the notes about his 1-second delay after using Thrust Surge, which is very unfortunate. That's a pretty bad bug that sets Grievous up for death in most cases. Hopefully we will see a fix soon, but in some better news, Darth Vader will no longer get stuck in his choke animation. Hopefully. They said they fixed it once and it was still there, so we'll see. But this is great news all the same, because that bug was an actual death sentence for Vader. Han Solo's Detonate charge animation has also been fixed, by the way. I noticed a few times it didn't go off even though I got the kill, and I was pretty confused about it. In some more good news, the battle point glitch that players have been exploiting has had a temporary bandage put over it by removing the scoring event from squad spawning. Sorry cheaters, you'll have to level up just like everyone else now. A full fix is coming next month, hopefully, and the only reason they couldn't roll something more permanent out this month was because of the holiday season. And rounding off the patch notes, we're getting an improvement with the spawn system where we will be able to pick reinforcements and heroes if they are available before the time is done, just like you can regular troops. This is great, as hopefully it'll help reduce the amount of people camping on the spawn screen. It doesn't fix the problem entirely because people can still just wait there, but it should help a little bit. Besides these hero and spawn changes, we are getting some improvements to some maps, vehicles, and just general game fixes not worth taking up time mentioning in the video. For the full details on all the fixes and everything I just talked about, feel free to check out the patch notes for yourself, which can be found on the Battlefront subreddit as well as the forums. As always, they will be linked below, but let's get the discussion started, everybody. What do you think of this update? And what do you think about the upcoming content in early 2019? What are you most stoked for? Armored officers? Lightsaber revamp? Let's talk about it down in the comments section. That will do it for this Battlefront 2 news update, though. I appreciate you all stopping by the bazaar. If you're a new viewer, I hope you consider becoming a subscriber. We put out news updates, discussions, gameplay videos, and just great Battlefront 2 content. And I hope you join us for all of it. This has been your boy, Turkish Delight, and I will see you all out on the battlefront. Peace. On this magic carpet ride, my name is hard to pronounce, so call me Turkish Delight. I'm killing the track with all the homies on the mic. Hope they don't mind the hopeless of promotion into motion tonight. The mixtape dropping soon, probably in mid-June, just in time for summer and all of the available porn. In the meantime, I'm a